Sathya Sai Speaks, Volume 5, Chapter 55. Pilgrimage to the Throne. The search for truth must become your daily spiritual discipline. Every moment must be used for this primary duty. Truth can reflect itself in your intelligence only when it is cleaned by tapas. Tapas means all acts undertaken with higher motives. All acts indicating yearning for the spirit, repenting for past blunders, staunch determination to adhere to virtue, self-control, unyielding adherence to equanimity in the face of success or failure. Tapa means heat, burning, intensity, earnestness of endeavor. It is tapas, penance or religious austerity, that fosters renunciation and discipline. This discipline is essential when, as at present, the temptations to deviate are so many. In this iron age when darkness is enveloping the mind of man, any little lamp that can light the steps is most welcome. That is why I advise you to resort to Satkarma, Sadachara and Satpravartana, good deeds, good conduct and good attitudes and outlook, so that you may be established in the constant presence of the Lord. You must also strive to hear, Shravana, elevating words, to ruminate on these promptings of the spirit, Manana, and then, when the validity is recognized, to meditate on it in profound reverence. Nidhyasana, all other activity is secondary. This alone is edifying. This alone is beneficial. This day there is a solar eclipse and many people wondered whether the birthday festival will be celebrated or postponed. The shadow of the moon falling upon the sun is not the calamity that people should fear. The shadow of Maya falling upon the intelligence is the eclipse that has to be treated as a bad omen, as inauspicious. The mind is the moon, the intelligence is the sun. See that they do not suffer from eclipse. Then you are safe. Do not worry when something happens in the outer sky. Worry when the shadow of some dark desire, some foul passion, some monstrous emotion, some fell intention casts its evil gloom over your inner sky. See that the splendor of the Lord, the cool rays of His grace are not dimmed in the recesses of your heart. The emblem of Prashanti Nilayam. I find that someone has upset the usual seating arrangements. The women are on the left and the men on the right. That is to say, the women have most of the scorching sun, and the men are under the shade of the tree. So I shall not keep you longer. I shall unfurl the flag, which is the symbol of Prashanti, the higher equanimity, when all dualities are superseded and man gains the supreme joy of calm balance, unaffected by ups and downs, pain or pleasure, when the waves are stilled and the storms rage no more. The flag contains the picture of the emblem that is represented in concrete shape in front of the porch here. It is the summary of the progress of the pilgrim to the throne of the Lord in the altar of his heart. The pilgrim must traverse and overstep the vast wastes of worldly desire, karma, and overcome the thick slushy growths of anger and hate, krodha, and negotiate the cliffs of hatred and malice, dvesha, so that he might relax on the green pastures of concord and love, prema. Having thus become master of his inner foes, he has to rest in the silence of his own heart, as a yogi with all the agitations of his inner realm stilled. That is the meaning of the 6-ringed pillar in the center of the circle here. The 6 rings are the 6 chakras, centers of energy, of yogic discipline, in the central spinal nadi, nerve current of man. Fixed in the undisturbed calm of his deepest consciousness, man finds that the lotus of the heart blooms into 1,000 petals, and then the flame of awakening into the truth lights itself as Prashanti. That moment, the seeker knows that he and all else are one, that the one is Brahman. This progress that everyone has to make today or tomorrow, in this life or in the next, is outlined as a clear picture in the symbol of the flag. So, when it flutters above this Prashanti Nilayam, resolve to hoist it on your heart too. Take the first step today in this long pilgrimage. Give up in order to gain. Restrain in order to receive. Become blind to the external view in order to see more clearly the inner vision. Prashanti Nilayam Birthday Festival, November 23rd, 1965. Anger, malice, greed and envy. All these are obstacles in the path of love and cooperation. They lower man from the divine to the animal level. Sri Sathya Sai Baba.